Hey, is this me? I can't tell.
Yo, what's up? It's me here. I have a review of the new Whitechapel album, Mark of the Blade. This album comes out June 24th. It's been streaming on VansWarpedTour.com, and I've given it many listens, and I am here to speak about. This is their 6th full-length album, this first one since 2014. Follow-up to Our Endless War, which I do not think is a good album. This one, however, I don't know. I don't think I like this. No. Actually, I don't like this. There's a couple moments on here that are fine and that are good, actually. I think one of the better moments is the instrumental track Brotherhood, which goes through many different styles, and I like it a lot. Whitechapel have always had really strong instrumentals, and I've always seriously enjoyed them and always wished they had maybe more of them, or that they were a little bit longer. They're always extremely well done, going all the way back to like This Is Exile. I mean, I really like it. I loved how Brotherhood just kind of broke this album up. It's a little bit towards the end, but it's in a good spot in terms of pacing of the album. And it does have a lot of interesting things going for it. I like that song a lot. Let's just get to the elephant in the room, and that is that this is the first Whitechapel album where Phil Bozeman sings cleanly. Yeah, there's 2 tracks on here where he does it. Bring Me Home, in the last track, Decennium. I personally find it to be fine. Honestly, that's not the worst part of this album. And people might think that, oh, Whitechapel, they're singing now. And honestly, I feel it's an added touch to their sound. I feel it's obviously, it's not the best shit in the world. It could be way better, but it could have been worse, and they could have really forced it. And I feel that in both songs, it's used accordingly. It's used very well, and that's about it. You know, who knows? I imagine that with their next album, you know, they'll have a lot more of it. This is probably something that probably needed to happen in a way. Whitechapel needs something new, and that's something about this album that just feels so clear to me, is that I just feel like they're just struggling a little bit creatively. You know, their songs don't have the punch they once had, their riffs don't have the punch they once had. It just feels so much of the same. Honestly, it truly does. Listening to this album from start to finish, I mean, some of the riffs are just so fucking similar. The vocal patterns are so similar, and that's one of the big problems. I just feel that creatively they feel, to me, a little out of gas. So adding these clean vocals, that's fine to me. Spice it the fuck up. Now, is Bill Bozeman going to be able to do them live? Who knows? I mean, they sounded rather produced. Hopefully he can pull them off live, because I know sometimes, you know, live the clean vocals don't sound as well as in the studio, obviously. Now, to the biggest problem that I had when I reviewed the title track, the first song they put out, I think the production on this album sucks. It's too clean. It's too computerized to me. It's just feels fake. A lot of it comes off as fake to me. The Void is another track they released before the album came out, and that's the track that opens up the album, and that's not an awful track. don't get me wrong, I'm not going to throw it on if I had the choice of throwing on, older Whitechapel. But if it's on, I'll listen to it. It's not bad. And I honestly really liked the ending of the song. I thought the ending was cool. I liked the solo in the song. I thought it was well done. But Phil Bozeman's vocals just sound so fucking fake to me. And just played up in effects and just crap. I'm sorry. You go back and listen to This Is Exile, New Era Corruption, even they're self-titled, it just feels raw, it feels real, it feels angry. As soon as The Void starts, I want to fucking put earplugs in my ear and just turn this shit off. It's awful. I just cannot believe that. Then you get to Brotherhood and you're like, wow, this is really good. Instrumentally. And then it got me thinking, is Phil Bozeman the problem? Is his vocals really the reason that's kind of bringing us down? And I don't fully think so. I think it's more just songwriting and overall just lack of crunchy riffs. There are a couple crunchy riffs on here that are solid. I mean, Elitist Ones has some good riffs in there, I think. I want to say Tormented is another one. It's super simple riff, but it kind of gets your head bobbing. It's kind of heavy. It's nice. But I don't know. It's just I just cannot fucking stand the vocals on here. I mean, just a lot of the patterns either just feel the same or just don't work. And one that just does not work is Venomous, where all of a sudden Whitechapel is fucking Attila. Like, come on, man. That just does not. It just doesn't work, and it comes off as very cringy. And a lot of times, a lot of the lyrics on here just come off as corny to me. One track people will probably pick out is Elitist Ones, which talks, is very much about elitism in the metal community. And lyrically, that's probably one of the finer songs on the album, in my opinion. He speaks truly there. Now, that's a whole nother video entirely, so I'm not going to dive into that. But, that's one where I'm like, this feels real, but your sound doesn't feel real to me. It just sucks. It just sucks to me that, this is Whitechapel now. They used to be one of my fucking favorite bands, and I am not lying. If you followed this channel since, 2011, you will know that we are huge fans of Whitechapel and older Whitechapel. I still listen to that stuff. It's so strong. It's some of the best, if not the best, deathcore that you can listen to. And I just feel, how the mighty have fallen on this, Maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't get it anymore. Maybe I just don't get this band. And I'm not saying they should stay the same. I can see it in the comments now. Well, you fucking, you want them to change, but you want them to still sound the same. And I know that's not it. Bands can change and still stay true to who they are. It happens all the time. It's just more from just a production and an overall songwriting standpoint that it kind of falls apart to me. It's not the clean vocals at all. That's might be the most interesting and best part of this album. I don't fucking know. Anyways, that's just me. I didn't really have high hopes for this album in the first place. I do probably think it's better than their last album. Maybe. But I didn't really think their last album was any good either. So yeah, that's Whitechapel's Mark of the Blade. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you think of it. Check it out. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.